Welcome to Couch Time, where our message is hope, passion, truth, and love through a psychological, spiritual, and real experience dialogue. So sit back and relax and engage on the couch. Today on Couch Time, host Valley Girl T and Dr. L.A. Parker will discuss being done, yet having sexual and love addictions. I'm L.A. Parker.
And I'm Valley Girl T.
And today is December the
17th,
2019. Can you believe it that we are actually at the end of a decade from 2010 to 2020? We're closing it out, and this week or next week, we will be actually going over events that actually happened, music that we played all in the last decade. Today, what do we have for them today?
We're going to talk about the Cowboys. Hey, we won.
Oh, Lord. And we'll talk about the Mavericks a bit, too. They weren't as successful, but we'll talk about the Mavericks, too. It'll be a little snippet show today. We will also give you some current events. And our topic of the day is...
I'm done. Finito. I'm out. Peace. Deuces.
I am done. What do you do when you're done? Or what do you do when someone tells you that they're done? What does that mean?
Yeah. What does I'm done mean to you?
Yes. So we'll be having some adult conversation today. And what else we got? That's about it.
We'll go over a little bit of the weather
and prepare you for next week. You know, the holidays is quickly approaching. Next week is Christmas.
Yay.
It's Christmas.
Everybody
You
loves
guys,
Christmas.
hey, subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. Okay, go to Couch Time. Couch, COUCHTYME. And subscribe. Also, you can catch us on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, you can also go to www.couchtime.com and check us out on the World Wide Web. So make sure to follow us. Make sure you subscribe. And also, you can hear us every week on City to City Radio. If you don't know,
tune in, DJ.
You better find out. Yes, we doing that thing, right? We have actually Christmas music, Christmas soul, right? From 6 to midnight every day until Christmas, okay? From 6 to midnight, go on to City Radio. If you don't know how to get there, go onto Facebook and find the City to City page, and there's a link that you can find it there. You can get it while you're in the car, from your cell phone. You can get it from your computer when you get home, or there's just an array of links and ways that you can listen to us. But I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Tune in.
She's good, guys.
We have an array of music and some awesome DJs as well. So for right now, sit back, chill out, relax, get your throw, and we'll be right back. We're back. I'm L.A. Parker.
And I'm Valley Girl T.
And again, this is Couch Time. We are so glad to be back, and we are just so dealing with so many current events that's happening in our
lots of bad things are happening around us.
Yeah, you know, you wake up in the morning, you don't even want to watch the news because it's, you know, what next? There was actually a boy who allegedly was beaten on a school bus for wearing a Trump 2020 hat.
Can you believe it?
Really? Really, people? I mean, regardless of what kind of woes that you have against the president and his ability to govern the country, or his personal lifestyle or his personal perspectives on racism or anything else, we cannot teach our children hate.
No.
And so that's what happened on that school bus when you have a kid or a set of kids who hear their parents. Because come on, these kids don't know nothing about Trump.
No, they're listening.
They barely can read. I mean, come on. But they want to beat up a child because he has a Trump 2020 hat on. Now, two wrongs don't make a right. To be honest, how is your life personally impacted by Donald Trump? Answer that. I wish we had our phone lines open because I want to hear. Because my point is, regardless on how we feel personally, we cannot endorse hate. We can't endorse it with our kids because our kids, when they leave home, everything that you talk about, believe me, they express it and repeat it when they're at school and among their peers.
They're listening, so you need to make sure what you say is positive.
It's positive. He was a Florida teenager. A Florida teenager was recorded getting viciously beaten by a group of students for allegedly wearing a Trump 2020 hat to school. This happened last Thursday, and the teen's mother, who goes by American Diaries on Twitter, she released a 21-second clip of her son getting pummeled by several students on a Hamilton County school bus as he tried to fight back. The incident supposedly happened 1 month before, according to a series of racial charged and controversial tweets that she's posted. I'm sitting in the hospital with my 14-year-old kid because he was just jumped by 8 black kids on the school bus. I guess that's what happened when a kid wears a Trump hat to school. That's what she tweeted. I'm appalled.
That is so unnecessary, guys.
I am appalled and I am totally embarrassed. I'm totally embarrassed.
To jump 8 boys, jumping 1 boy? Come on, man.
Now, to me, it's bigger than the Trump hat. Come on.
That was just
them kids.
That was some ammunition for them.
Yeah, it's an excuse. Those kids don't even know nothing about Trump. They probably don't even watch the news. But anyway, that's my report for today, our current affairs. You guys, hit us up on Facebook and comment about these stories. Okay, comment about these stories. Tell us your perspective. Leave something in our inbox. Because we want to hear from you. How do you feel about that? I know you don't feel that it's justified. Okay, I know you don't. But tell us how you do feel. What do you have, Valerie?
Well, I don't know if you guys heard about the North Carolina story about the 11-year-old being slammed by a resource officer. Slammed multiple times. Being dragged down the hall. I mean, it's just ridiculous the way we're treating our own people.
These are children. These are children. And we talk about people disrespecting us and our culture. But look how we are treating our children. And we wonder why our children grow up to be disrespectful, grow up to not care about anyone, be narcissistic. We talk about and we wonder how our kids become menaces to our society.
And having hatred in their hearts.
But look at these things here.
Like that.
Things like that. Now, even if it wasn't a child that this happened to, the children see. And believe me, they feel a certain kind of way.
Oh, yeah. They see that and they go, oh, okay, is this how we get treated?
This is not acceptable, family. Not acceptable. Leave some comments on our Facebook page, Couch Time, TYME. And let's move on. Before we get into our real deep topic,
we're going to talk about them Cowboys.
Yes, we are.
We won, yeah.
Yes. They won. About them Cowgirls.
The Cowboys won.
Yes, we won. Okay, all right. Gloat, why don't you? The Cowboys did win. You know what that final score was?
Yeah, 44-21.
Yeah, you know,
Those
maybe
Rams.
they got tired of being talked about. It is my understanding that Dak showed up. There was, I mean, we couldn't say that having a running game was more important than having a throwing game. Dak was actually injured and still did his thing. And we are in hopes that next week that he will show up again. If they win the next 3, we may still have a chance.
Yeah, we'll be in the playoffs.
Yes.
Hey.
So we just got to keep the momentum. Don't know exactly why. You know, the problem is with the Cowboys, and this is what you hear from the couch. Inconsistency.
Yeah.
Now, it's just like a child that you have that's in school. And they bring home an A, a B, 2 C's, and they bring home an A. Well, you know, because they have showed that they can.
You can make an A if you put your effort in.
Yeah, so you know that they have the capability. You know, skill and will. They have the capability. But when they bring it home C's,
It's like, okay, you didn't.
I don't know what, no coaching. Oh, and you know,
Yeah.
coaching. So we know that the Cowboys can go there. They can take us on to the bowl, y'all. See, I don't know about the 90s thing. To the bowl, y'all. To
the bowl.
To the bowl. Yeah, y'all ain't ready for that. But you know, if you were up in the 90s Cowboys, you understand. The problem with the Cowboys of the 2010 decade is because they are inconsistent. Some days they feel like a nut, and some days they don't. They will do awesome on one Sunday, and the next it seems like it's a whole different team. Yeah. So they showed us. They showed us that they can.
They showed up and showed out.
You know, but you really do have to look at the chemistry and the decisions between Dak and the coaches. And I say that because even when Dak did not take the recommendation, well, I'm not saying he didn't. He actually did take the recommendation of one of the coach from the coach for one of the plays, and it was a flop. So you know, he has the privilege, the clearance, the authority to trump a particular play based on what he sees, right? Okay, and so when he sees that, okay, this is not going to be good,
switch it up.
But in this particular situation, he didn't he followed the leadership. He followed leadership's guidance, and it didn't have a
good outcome.
You know. But again, it all of these things raise questions. We ain't gonna drill too much into it. Let's just move on with your Cowgirls.
Okay, well, let's talk about the Mavs then.
Yeah, the Mavs lost.
Yeah,
that was my baby, so I don't want to talk about them. but they did lose.
Yeah, the score was 118 and 122. So wasn't that big of a loss, but they lost.
Yeah, we'll follow with them. Follow up. We'll have some more about the Mavericks.
Mavs.
Yeah, but those are my babies. So hey.
The Foreign Hair Affair. A natural look and feel with long-lasting, affordable memories. Only at the Foreign Hair Affair. Check us out on Instagram at the Foreign Hair Affair, or contact us at 310-312-3360.
Okay, so we're gonna now dive
into what?
our topic.
I'm done. Finito, finished. What does that mean?
Because 90% of the time people say they done, they really ain't done. Now I'm gonna flip, because this is like saying a person saying no means no. Okay, it's the same thing. But when you tell somebody you done, you need to be prepared to really be done. Because what happens is they will get mixed signals.
Mm-hmm.
And then you may have someone who is a stalkish
type of person.
Yeah.
Don't know
on
what
your trail.
mean.
Because when you give mixed signals, so when you tell someone that you're done, you need to not have sex with them. You need to cut off communication with them. You need to no texting, sexting, or any exting.
block, and block.
Don't be stopping over their mama house. You know what I'm saying? No Christmas presents. No accepting Christmas presents. No buying Christmas presents. If you done, you done. Right?
No more nookie, no nothing. It's over, period.
So there are some things that when people say they're done, they really aren't done, because they are actually psychological challenges that they have that prohibit them from being done. And so we're going to talk about them. The first one is hypersexual disorder. This is a sex addiction. Sex demon. I didn't say sex demon, did it?
Hey.
Okay. But you know, there is energy when you having sex. There is energy that passes spirits. Yes. Okay. So you know that may be another topic, but yes, hypersexual disorder is a sex addiction. Sex addictions can involve pornography, sexting, compulsive engaging in sex acts with multiple partners, excessive masturbation, and we will be talking about that next week. Next week. Okay, masturbation. Look, we'll talk about that, because you know people feel different ways. Women feel one way when their men do it. Men may feel another way when their women do it. We don't know, but we will find out. We're gonna open up them telephone lines too. We want to know what you thinking, right? Much is to be dismayed of many sexual addictions that we talk about in psychology. Even the AMA talks about the different type of sexual addictions. But I'm saying sexual addictions when you talking about when a person is done, because a lot of times people say they done, but they stay or they still keep going back because of the sex. It's all about the sex. Most people don't even get into relationships because of that's such a wonderful person. They get into relationships because, girl, he be laying it down. He be laying it down.
Girl, he got it going on.
What? Did you know? You know?
Go there. Girl, he packing.
You know what he working with? Okay, that's from a woman's perspective. Wish we had a male guest on the couch today. But I'm just going to say, based on what I hear from men, the ones that do go back, traditionally go back because of comfortability. Because they are in a gap. They let this woman go, have not adopted another relationship from someone else that they trust or they prefer. And so they
going back and forth like a yo-yo.
Yeah, but they're in this in-between phase. So when men are in the in-between phase, a lot of times they will go back for sex. Or sometimes, you know, sister girl did that thing, you know, that thing. You know,
on him.
That thing, you know, that thing would, or that thing she do. Hey, you know what I'm talking about. Don't let me spell it.
Don't play like you brand new.
Don't
you
let
know
me
what
spell
that
it. That thing that she do. And so you sit up and romanticize at night about when she did this and how good it felt. However, you need to be very mindful that when you go back to a person who you have said,
I'm done,
that ain't good. Because you're sending mixed signals. So know that sexual addiction is real. Okay. When a person has a sexual addiction, you think that we are just talking about people who, you know, log on to porn or just or addicted to one person's sex. There are people who are just addicted to sex.
Period. They just gotta have it. They made a movie out of that. She gotta have it.
Sure did. Right. Okay. Okay, and sometimes, relationships may end because of a person's promiscuity. When a person is promiscuous, you have to ask why. Was there a trauma in their life that causes them to be promiscuous? Being promiscuous is a nice term for sex addiction. Oh, she just promiscuous. She got a sex addiction. Or sex addiction supports pornography. A lot of people can't even function in day-to-day life because they're so addicted to porn. They go to work, they come home, they watch porn. They get up in the morning, they watch porn. They go to work, they come home, they watch porn.
Porn. God, I mean, find something else.
It is an addiction, and they really can't help it because addictions are not things that we can control. We have to go through a process like with anything else. Like you can have addiction to cigarettes, you can have addiction to food, right? Bluebell. Oh yes, Bluebell. Yes, you can have addiction to many things. And so you can also have, again, a sexual addiction. So the withdrawal process of getting out of that sexual addiction phase, okay? The mental and emotional components of sexual addiction withdrawal can be intense. Now, and the thing is that, how many people you know that says, I'm a sexual addict?
And how many are going to admit
they're
a sexual addict?
I'm a sexual addict and I need help. How many people are going to acknowledge that and seek help? They will not seek help, but they will pacify their addiction. Got a wife and 3 girlfriends, 12 kids, and counting. It's true. It's not comical at all. These are true scenarios. These are true. This is factual information. Okay. Withdrawal is different for everyone. So when somebody is trying to not have a sexual addiction, they say, "I'm done." Okay, I'm done with the being sexually bounded to you, right?
Right.
Or I'm done. I can't let porn control my life. Or the number of ways that having a sexual addiction can control you. When they say that they are done, withdrawing from that behavior can look different for everyone. But in general, a person can experience bouts of depression, anxiety, mental and physical exhaustion, mood swings, irritability, irrational thoughts, unexplained physical pain.
Out of nowhere.
What?
Start hurting.
The people who withdrawing from porn, they can experience over time an array of male actual pain. Really? And we're not knocking anyone because everybody have their challenges in different areas. So we're here for you on the couch and we're empathetic, but we're making you aware that when men suffer, when they have symptoms of withdrawal because they're trying to withdraw from sexual addiction with porn, they can even have physical body pain in those areas. So it is not uncommon if you are. Because your body, it's an addiction, so it's like nicotine.
It's used to it.
It's used to it.
What's going on?
1 to 3 weeks post porn. So 1 to 3 weeks post porn. Zombie-like state. Now I know some people walk around. I'm gonna be looking like, dude,
what's wrong with you?
What's
going on?
Low energy. For up to 2 months, their energy level is low. They having withdrawal.
They can't focus.
Inability to focus. Yeah, they can't focus. They feel awkward in public because it's like they feel that everyone sees them. Not externally sees them, but sees them, actually know what they're doing. And nobody sees them. It's almost paranoia, but it's, not clinically, but it's almost paranoia. No one actually sees you, but that's what it feels like. And they actually feel lonely, and the sex drive even decreases. So the withdrawal from porn, they do not want normal sex. They want porn.
It's an addiction.
From 1 to 2 months, they have random temptations of watching porn, which is common. Okay, outbursts of overwhelming emotion. So they irritate, they splurting out, insomnia, so they can't sleep, and they depressed as hell because they can't watch porn. Now, I don't know who the porn stars us, but Lord Jesus, look.
It's not like back in the day, but I think it's like way worse from what I understand.
And I have a problem with this because what this does, even with our young kids, our kids are now watching porn, and it's not like when we were growing up, when pornography came in a Hustle or a Playboy book, and it's a still image.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
That's it. It's a still image, and so they look at the still image, and their imagination took them to the next level. They did what they did, and that's what it was. Now they are able to see complete movies that goes beyond their wildest imagination and exposes them to things that they may not be exposed to until later in years. So then they get a little girlfriend and they want her to do
what's on the video
with Lucy Lucy does. Lucy does this to me.
Yeah.
She, so can
no.
These are kids. These are kids experiencing adult things.
You have to talk to your kids.
This is the reason why we have young girls talking about facials. Ain't no way in the world. I didn't even know what a facial was.
That's full makeup.
No, I ain't talking about that facial.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, kids.
I know what facial she's talking about. Okay.
Kids talking about facials. Mm-hmm. No, because we have no sensory on our internet. Mm-hmm. We can put some blocks, but really kids can get in when they want to get in. It's just very, very hard when you're talking about your kids, because boys have a tendency to get addicted to porn early in life. Okay.
And it's at the point they can just touch the phone.
Touch the phone. That's it. So, okay, love addiction. Like sex addiction, love addiction is not included in the DSM, okay? So it's not a clinical diagnosis to say that you're addicted to love. I know I feel like it sometimes.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I can't sleep, I can't eat. You look like death.
Yeah.
And your friends is laying around you like you finna take your last.
Eating ice cream. Yeah.
Y'all remember what was the name of Wendy Brickell when she was with Bobby Brown? And she was Bobby Brown, she done changed when he wasn't buck tooth no more. She got his grill fixed. You know what I'm talking about? She fixed him up, and but you know how when she was broke down, That's really not a clinical definition for love addiction, you guys. But scientific studies provide evidence that this is a real disorder. So clinically, nah. They say it ain't. Scientifically, when we do studies, when we talk to people, when we do surveys, when we do interviews, we find that love can be addictive. It can. A widely used expression such as "I need you," "I'm addicted to you,"
I can't live without you.
Right? Reflect the fact that when humans are in love, they feel an overwhelming, strong attraction to one another, best described as persistent, urgent, and hard to ignore. People with love addictions are often in love with the feeling of being in love.
The feeling.
So it's not the love itself. It is the feeling that I'm in love. I feel that I'm in love. What does that feel like? It's not that you are in love. It's that you feel that you are in love.
So you get butterflies every time you see him? I mean, what does that mean?
That's
feel.
People with love addictions are often in love with the feeling of being in love, which triggers compulsive behavior. It is not uncommon for individuals with love addictions to never get past the initial stages of falling in love. The stages produces a euphoric feeling they desperately crave, whereas a long-term relationship, albeit a loving one, and it can become fraught with the everyday challenges of relationships, everyday challenges of human life. Okay. So let's go back to let's go a little further down. Let's talk about there are neurochemicals that impact our brain. Okay, we're talking psych now. Neurochemicals that impact our brain regions known to play a role in the development of trust, feelings of pleasure and reward signaling. Okay, a seminal role of development of trust. Okay, let me break this down a little bit more. There are chemicals that in our brain that when we feel a certain way are ignited. Okay, so without the notes, let me explain this to you. Certain things happen when you feel a certain way. It releases endorphins. And those are what we get addicted to. It's like somebody injecting you with a drug. And you want to feel that feeling over and over again, right? You want to feel it again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he around.
When he come around, I get the butterflies.
Yeah, so the butterflies feel good, but it's those endorphins. That's that drug. That's that emotional crack. That's what we call it. Love. That's our word on the couch. Emotional crack. Get off that emotional crack. Run, Forrest, run. Look, that's what it is. So it is not love itself. It is the emotional crack.
Yeah. That
we want to feel a certain way. So when these endorphins are released because this feeling, love is a feeling. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Feelings are emotions. Emotions come and go. That's why you hear some women say sometimes, I love him, it's my baby, and then the next day I can't stand that Negro. And that's why men think that women are cotton picking crazy, because we are emotional creatures and emotions change. Okay, they change. So that's why sometimes we feel like nuts, sometimes we don't, because women are controlled by their emotions and men are more factual creatures. Okay. So there are the withdrawal symptoms when addictive relationships become an unwanted end. Typically, one person fares worse than the other. This is what we was talking about when we say, I'm done. Let me say that again. When addictive relationships come to an unwanted end, typically one person fares worse than the other, experiencing pain, grief, loss, clinical diagnosis of depression, and sometimes vengeful behavior. What?
Impulsive. Period.
Ooh, they're vindictive. You say, I'm done. Mm-hmm. You go outside mad and your car on flat. Okay, you say I'm done, and he goes to sleep with your girlfriend. Yeah. These are real symptoms of love withdrawal. So do not underestimate a person who is in love or feel that they are in love. Do not estimate them, okay? A lot of people deal with those feelings in different ways. They deal with them with drugs, alcohol. Usually they never deal with them in a manner that they're supposed to deal with them. Even when they seek counseling, they don't seek counseling from the right people. When a person feels that they are withdrawing from love, it is best to treat it like grief, like someone has passed away. Allow yourself a process of grieving and withdrawing. Allow yourself that. Oh, okay. Look at like a 12-step program. Maybe we'll do a 12-step from love addictions.
Good Lord.
On the couch.
We exhausted. About this, I'm done.
I'm done. Do you know anybody who ever who been done? I have been done, but when I say I'm done, I'm done. When I say, believe me, when I say, this is the reason why you should never say what you don't mean, and never say things that you don't mean, and what you do say.
Because I need a break, or let me step back for a minute. If you don't mean it.
If you don't mean it, think about what you say before you say it. Yeah. When you say I'm done, actually look at all of the steps, everything that you need to do to really be done. If you're really not ready to be done, like you sick of her nagging, but you love her good. So
or something like that.
I'm just saying. So tomorrow, next Thursday you're gonna be right back, even though you tell her I'm done, because of what's happening in the moment. Okay, so you are really not done. Again, when I say I'm done, I'm done. And when someone tells you that they're done, believe it. Whether you sure if they mean it or not. If they say they done,
let it go. Let it go. Girls.
Don't call.
Guys.
Don't text. Don't write. Don't send a message with a bird. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Go.
Don't do it. Don't do it. And what do you do in order to don't do it? You have to keep yourself busy. Surround yourself with like-minded people to feed positivity into you. Don't rush into anything else, because you actually become a part of other problems. Okay? Sometimes people who have addictive personality disorder jump from relationship to relationship. So be careful when you're trying to be done with one person. Don't go do somebody else. And brothers, y'all infamous for that. But you know what though? I'm just not gonna point out the brothers. People. Because women do it too.
Yeah, we do.
How do you get over one? My aunt used to. How do you get over one man? Another.
Move on, but make sure that door is closed.
It is not. It's not gonna be, because we're talking about now. Addictive, sexual addiction and love addiction. We talking about now. Okay, so you ain't over it. You ain't over it. Give yourself time to heal. What does that mean? Go eat some ice cream. Go catch a movie. You know what I'm saying? Do something positive that will help you move to the next level. I'm telling you, I am a professional with Netflix. It ain't Netflix and chill. It's called Netflix and me. That's what it is. You need to have Netflix and me. I'm telling you. Pay that little $7 to $9 a month. That's the best investment that you can have. Keep you entertained and keep your brain from overworking. Because what we do is we think too much. When we're going through depression, we're going through breakups, even when you have addiction to porn, you thinking about porn too much. You can't even drive right because you thinking about when you get to the house, it's gonna be on, and you gonna look. I'm telling you, what you need to do: get you some Netflix, get you something that is a thoughtless process. When you're watching TV, it is a thoughtless process. Okay, you don't be watching something that is conducive to your addiction.
Right.
Right? That don't work. Okay, look, take it from me. T, I think we have overstepped our boundaries today.
This subject got me hot.
We have overstepped our boundaries today, but listen, look, family, this is some real stuff. Sexual addiction, love addiction, teenage sex addiction, this is real. And if you got some challenges with it, you might need to go find you a clinician, find you a therapist, so they can help walk you through it. There are some life coaches that are skilled enough to help you with it as well. But it's best to get help than not get help, okay? Because really, to be honest, addiction breeds addiction. What does that mean? The people who are connected to you, yeah. Don't do it. And you wonder why your kid jacked up. Your kid is jacked up because he watching your porn. That's why.
Okay. Say no to porn.
I mean, you know what? To be honest, to each his own. To each his own. But when it controls your life, it becomes compulsive and an addiction. Then there's a problem. That's in anything. I would say no to food. If it controls your life and it becomes an addiction, you know, I know couples that watch porn together.
And that's fine. You know.
But if you cannot do anything, you can't function as a normal person because really?
You gotta watch porn.
Really?
Or you can't be with your partner.
You can't be with your partner unless
you watching porn.
Now that is a problem. If you cannot be with your partner unless porn is on, you need to be called. And I don't think that Dr. Ruth is taking anymore, but she kind of old. So, Dr. Ruth is not an option. But you need to find a sex therapist. And there are licensed sex therapists who are doctors. You know, they are licensed professionals. You know, here on the couch, I'm not a licensed sex therapist, so don't call me. However, we can direct you into the right path. I can give you some information, though, however, that will help you. But there are people who specialize in sex therapy, and you may need those helps. You need that help. Okay, so next week we got some spice for you.
We're gonna talk about women masturbation and men masturbation.
Okay, now some people think something that's wrong, some people don't. I ain't gonna tell you my perspective. Okay.
To each his own.
Next week, maybe I might tell you my opinion, but we stay tuned next week, okay? We will be talking about men and women, their perspectives about masturbation when you are in a relationship. You know, hey,
think about it.
So. You guys remember to always tune in to Couch Time on Facebook. Remember www.couchtime.com as well as
Instagram and YouTube.
Don't forget to subscribe, you guys. Subscribe. Don't you love us? We love you. We love you. We want you to subscribe and be a part of our family. We also want you to get one of our throws. Now we have the throw awards, but we have just some regular throws for you, so you can be all cuddly and feel close to us
while you watching Netflix,
right? So, yes. So next week we have some goodies. It is right there at Christmas time. We'll be talking about all this good stuff here. Also, see what
I have a dessert too.
Oh yes, we will. You know, y'all know I love food. Okay, and we will also be talking about them
Cowboys.
And the Mavericks.
I like the Mavericks.
Yes, we will talk about the Mavericks. And we will always also get prepared for the new year.
Yes, and Christmas.
Acquaintance. Oh. Oh. I told you I was getting ready.
And don't forget to tune in, DJ Parker on the...
Look, y'all. Hey, City to City Radio. Okay, if you haven't, go on Facebook and click on the link to actually get to the radio if you have to. You can download the app to your phone to Live 365 and City to City Radio. Hey, we're doing it, okay? From 6 to midnight, we got that smooth.
That Let It Snow.
Hey, y'all remember that? Ain't nothing like that. Boys to Men Let It Snow. Infamous Boys to Men Let It Snow and The Temptation. Mm-hmm. You know what was that? So no. Hey, can't even do any try because you know ain't nothing deep here but look. So I ain't even gonna try, but y'all know what we talking about. Woo! Ain't nothing like the Christmas season, right?
Right.
It's nothing like the Christmas
Just
season, and we try to bring lightheartedness to some of these serious topics. You know, instead of being so just intense all the time. So we try to make you guys laugh to some degree even. But these are very, very serious topics that you experience here on the couch. So we want you to continue following us and continue coming back to the couch. We will be here next weekend through the holidays. All right. So tune in.
Get the throw, guys.
We'll see you next week.
Listening to Couch Time with L.A. Parker, where we have a message of hope, passion, truth, and love. Until next time, when life gets challenging, remember to press pause and reset.